Well guys, welcome back to another video. Now, as you can see, I'm not home. Yes, I've been driving for about an hour and 30 minutes and I'm currently in the area of Boston. Not Boston in America, Boston as in on the east coast. About an hour and 35 minutes to get from Cambridgeshire. So I hope everyone is well, I hope everyone's had a good week. It is now Friday again. I hope everyone enjoyed the last video that I put out. And here we are, it's just me. Basically, Amy is working all weekend, and I was going to just go somewhere for the weekend, so I thought, why not to go somewhere different? And I thought, why don't I start going through the alphabet of places to go? So we're now on B. Obviously, A, I've missed A because I've been to Abergally, so I've classed that as my first letter. So now I'm on B, and Boston. So here we are for the weekend. I'm currently at a nature reserve about 15 minutes from the town centre of Boston. I've just been speaking to a couple. I do apologise, I'm absolutely sweating, it's boiling. I've just been speaking to a couple who've been on a dog walk and they're staying in the area and there's not much to do in the town centre of Boston. So we're just going to wing it. I've just had a co-op sandwich, a New York style deli sandwich, just to tie me over for a little bit. But if you look out here, it's actually pretty stunning. Now also the parking situation, apparently it is £6 to park here. There's no pay on the machine, it's all on the phone. So we're going to find out what the situation is and I'll be back very soon. It's going. Right guys, I am now here at RSPB, Frampton Marsh Nature Reserve. So, just been speaking to a lovely friendly chap in there, and he was obviously showing me the track and which way to go, but £6 for parking, quite steep to be honest, but it is what it is. Anyway, we have just left the visitor centre behind, we're now walking on a straight track, and he says if you go right to the end of the track, you're able to see the coastline. So when we have a high tide here, the water, the sea, comes in and fills up the marsh again. But as you can see of how dry that marsh is, apparently the water comes right up to this bank. But because we just haven't had rain for that long, it's pretty dry. Lovely little nature reserve, visitor centre, little cafe. I'll probably get a coffee at the end. Friendly, loads of people sitting there with binoculars. I don't know nothing about birds, so I ain't got a clue. But yeah, it's absolutely lovely. So I'm going to walk a little bit. And I'll catch up with you very soon. First impressions of this place is how lovely. It's so peaceful. Obviously it is a nature reserve, people are bird watching, so I can imagine why it's so quiet. But yeah, I will leave the what three words on the screen for you, so if anybody is in the area of Boston, it's about 15 minutes from Boston town centre. Lovely little nature reserve, loads of little trails, shorter ones for people who don't want to do too long, longer ones for obviously people who want to do it. But overall, quite impressed with this place. Very tranquil, big word for me, very peaceful. And yeah, cannot complain. Also, I'm just going to touch on what I was saying earlier because I sort of was eating and then I got sidetracked. But when I was recording in the van, I was saying obviously it's just me. So I don't know if I covered this, but Amy is working all weekend. So she is now working Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so that's why I'm now on my own for the weekend. But it does feel weird because usually it's me and Amy walking together doing videos, but it's just me and it's very peaceful. So I'm guessing now I need to walk. Am I walking the right way or not the right way? Because I could have sworn that I drove in here. I'm going to say it's this way. Yeah, I think it will be. So, what's going on here? We have a gate with rope on. So, what was I saying? Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. Do apologise. I'm going to do this walk. I haven't planned where I'm staying. I haven't planned anything. Did look a bit on Park for Night. Found a few pub stops, so I may do a pub stop tonight. don't particularly want to do a campsite for 2 nights, just purely because this is a budget sort of getaway for the weekend. I don't want to be spending too much money. So I'm just going to do a park for night or a parking space on a pub or something tonight. And then I've been told about a campsite by one of the workers in the visitor centre, so we might do that. So I'm going to walk a little bit, I'm going to stop waffling on, and I'll show you some of the views on the way. What a beautiful view. Wow, it's absolutely roasting, and the trail says here there's a raptor viewpoint 770 meters away. I don't know what it means by that. We've got a grassland trail, but then on the other side, which makes no sense, it says I can't actually read that. Let me move a little bit so we can actually read what this is saying. It says East Hyde and Wash Trail 1.3 kilometers. The guy said to me to just keep going straight. I don't really want to walk another 1.3k just because it is about 34 degrees right now and it's absolutely roasting. But the visitor hub is a k that way, so we've just walked from the visitor hub. We've got a raptor viewpoint, we've got a grassland trail, and then a wash trail. So I don't actually know what it means by, I'm guessing East Hyde is on the east side, but wonder what is actually in that direction. It looks like, you know when you look at somewhere and it looks really far. So I don't know. Let me just have a look. We could just walk the other way and go that way. It is a fair walk, and I don't particularly want to be walking for that amount of time. It's a fair stretch down there, as you can see. It goes all the way down, but there's no one here. It's completely quiet. It's just me. Gonna have a sit down, 5 minutes, chill out, and then I'll come back to you guys. Can anybody guess what that is? Now that, I was not expecting it to be that big. That is absolutely ginormous. That is, I don't know if I'm right here, but from what I know, that to me looks like a buoy from the sea. Obviously, this is like marshland, so water. That is absolutely ridiculous. The video won't do this justice, but I didn't realise they were that big. That's ginormous. It's like a buoy, isn't it? Am I correct in saying that? I'm going to search it up and find out, but apparently an artist came down here and painted these. Don't know how long it took him, but the detail is pretty cool on them. So yeah, I'm going to walk back to the visitor centre now, so I'll catch you there very soon. Well guys, I am now back in the van after that long sweaty walk. Had a quick cappuccino in the cafe. Cafe now closed. It closed at past. I've got back in the van. It's saying 39 degrees. I don't know if you can see that down there. No, probably not. But it's absolutely roasting. Next plan of action is to find somewhere to stay for the night. But before I actually do that, thinking of it, I want to go and find this windmill, which I believe is in the town city of Boston, which, speaking to some people who are local to this area, are saying good luck. So we'll see. It was very, very warm, that walk was. So what we're going to do is we're going to find this windmill. I'm going to start heading there and I'll pick up the camera when I get there, so bear with me a little bit. Right guys, we are back again after 25 minutes. We are now at... Please ignore this a minute. We are now at Boston Woods Trust. Now, I just searched up things in the area again, and this came up, and it was about... Well, it was actually a 10-minute drive, but the maps was taking me to a different location, so I ended up Google mapping it, and it's brought me to the right location. So I'm now on a little car park, no charge, it is free, but you know what, the walk through there looks really nice, so we're going to have a gander now, we're going to have a look. I'll take you with me, show you it. But this is called Boston Woods Trust again. I'll put the what free words on the screen for you here. And yeah, we're just going to have a little another wander. More steps in. I must nearly have done 10,000 today, so that is good. Plenty of water. But what we're going to do is, this is the last stop. We're going to wander around. You could actually probably get away with parking on here, but I reckon it's quite sketchy at night. I drove through Boston a little bit, and first impressions is it didn't look that bad. I've heard a lot of people say that it's quite rough, but it looked okay to me. I haven't seen the main bit, but I've sort of drove through it. So, going to get out, walk down this little pathway, which is just there, as you can see, just that little bit there. Walk through there, and we'll see what it looks like. But I've got no phone signal either, so this is fun. Right, bear with me, and we'll get going. Look at the squirrel, it's just staring at me. You're just staring at me. He's off ski. Right guys, just while we're on this peaceful walk, I thought I'd do a little one-to-one. Well, it's not really a one-to-one, is it? Because there might be 500 of you watching, but I've done one of these before, and I've done like a talk and a really deep conversation, and they seem to do really well. I think it's quite good to do these, because if you actually look at like people who do YouTube and social media, people just sort of record what they're doing, and it makes it look like, how can I put this in a way? It's like me filming these videos, putting them out on YouTube, but not showing everything, like not showing, you know, the days where they're not as good as the other days and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's really good to sometimes just like reflect and talk about it. So sorry, because I'm out of breath because I've been walking quite a lot. So I want to like go a bit deeper in this conversation here, and actually like have a what's the word I'm looking for? Just talk a little bit more. So first point I'm going to make is, a lot of people who are out there, and a lot of people who probably watch the videos or don't watch the videos, but everyone has their own ways of coping with things. So, for example, I know we're going off completely off topic to van life here. It's like me, I'm on a nice walk now. So if anybody out there who is watching this, or you know somebody who does suffer from having bad days or depression or just having a really bad headspace, I generally do recommend that you should get out in nature. Nature is your best friend. Now, why do I say that? Well, first of all, when I started van life over a year ago, and I was living in it, travelling around Wales, and going to all these beaches and these nice places, I couldn't really understand it, but now I do. So before I did the van life, we'll just take a step back. I used to look at people who lived in vans, and you just go, oh, look at that, he's a hippie, he's got these trousers on, look how wacky he is, he's doing like yoga on the bench. But you don't realise until you do it. I can't explain it, it's a weird feeling, but when you've experienced living in a van and being out in nature like 24/7, it changes the way that you think. I can't explain it, but people understand where I'm coming from here. But you start to appreciate things a lot more. Like the simplest thing of me walking down here, and it's silent. It makes you appreciate things a little bit more, and you start to become not one with nature, but you sort of, this is like your peace. If anybody else can relate to that, I don't know. Maybe it sounds like ridiculous, but before I got the van and before I went travelling and stuff like that, obviously I'm not doing it full time anymore. Like, I used to just go on a walk now and then, never really used to walk, and I never thought anything of that walk. I just thought, oh, it was just a walk. But then, as I've started to be outside more and do these lovely things and go to these places, you just appreciate it a lot more. But I can't explain it. It's in a way of, you just feel more at peace being out in this beautiful nature. I know it's not much, it's a little bit of a path, nice little trees, but it's what you make of it, innit? Anyway, that's one of the subjects. Second subject, people are probably thinking, do I work? Do I not work? So we'll backtrack again. So people don't know, I'm 26. I was in the army from the age of 17 to 24. I came out of the army in December of 24, and then I had a few months. I had basically a year of travelling and not going to work, which was fantastic. Be able to live the dream, go out in the van, do the travelling. Very fortunate I was able to do that. Then I met Amy, and then sorry, someone was just there. Probably thought I was just talking to myself, being a weirdo. And then got a job with Anglian Water. Did that job for 6 months, and then got made redundant over a month ago now. So, sort of analysing my situation and thinking, what do I want to do next? I know I want to do the travelling a little bit more, but I know it's not the right time to do it. It would be nice to have an income, do a bit of work, and be able to go off on the weekends and get more content for you guys. Because obviously, the more money, the more places I can do, the further I can travel. So, I've had a drastic career change, and I'm going into sort of mental health for children, sort of that kind of childcare setting scenario. So that's where we are currently. Haven't started the job yet. I've got 2 weeks of training to do. I've got death by PowerPoint, and then I've got some training face to face. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But that is my current situation. I've been unemployed for about a month. Very, very lucky again, because I can obviously go around, travel a little bit, go off on the weekends. But I also want to make a shout out to Amy, that girl from Cams on the screen. I'm very out of breath from walking. Just want to make a shout out to Amy, who has also got a YouTube channel, and she's not here. It's just me walking on my own. So yeah, I hope that clears a few things up. I don't really want to talk too much into detail of things, because obviously putting yourself on social media is a big thing, and obviously everyone can see what you're doing, where you are, what they know. It's just, I like to let people know because I'm not bothered, but at the same time it's good to keep a little bit of privacy. So that's my situation. Obviously I'm here on my own. Yes, me and Amy are perfectly fine. She is just working all weekend, and I'm obviously off, so I thought I'd get away for 2 days and get some content for you guys. So I think I've lost my tracks now. Still walking in this forest. Yes, you're probably thinking, why is he so out of breath? I was also, which is a bit of a weird one, because I was so fit for the army, so fit. But anyway, went to the doctors, had loads of tests done, and apparently I have asthma, which I would never have thought. It's really weird because I couldn't explain the feeling I was getting when I had the asthma symptoms. It was like a... How can I explain it? It's like taking a big breath in but not being able to finish it. So, went and got to the doctors, had all the tests done, and basically it's asthma. So, I think doing fitness and walking is very good, but I'm absolutely hanging out my ass right now. But yeah, that's another thing. Never would have had anything like this. So I don't know what's caused it, but we have to just crack on, don't we? Anyway, I'm going to stop doing these deep chats now because it's been about 7 minutes and I don't want to bore you guys. Plan for the rest of the day, finish this walk off, and then we're going to find a park up, a pub stop for the evening. So I'm going to get on this walk, finish it off, and I'll see you all back at the van very, very shortly. Wow, situation. Back at the car park. Started editing my video. Now I need to look for a pub stop. I'm trying to send messages, but I've got no phone signal. Excuse me, I've got terrible indigestion today. So, I was on Park for Night. I'm going to actually load up Park for Night. You guys will see this on the screen somewhere in one of the corners, if it's going to load. Bear with me a second. I paid for the membership, and it was $9.99 for the year. I only just paid for it again because I wasn't using it, so I was like, oh, there's no point in me spending the money if I'm not going to use it. I've got no phone signal, it's currently just white. So I might have to move down a little bit because I want to look for a pub stop. I need to call this pub and find out, because I don't want to be trekking there 15 minutes away. Remember, I'm trying to do this on a very low cost budget. Trying to find a pub where you only have to buy a drink and you can stay for the night. I'm not bothered about food as of yet, depending on what's on the menu, but I have got some pasta in the fridge and stuff I need to use in the freezer. So we're going to find that pub stop, which is going to be in the Boston area. I've been looking, we've got a few spots, there's a few car parks. There is a lot of car parks actually. I don't particularly want to do a car park, just purely because they aren't that safe. And this is me saying that, but I would rather just pay 5 or 10 quid, or just buy some drink or food and have a decent sleep. Just because I feel like Boston, from what I've seen, it's very boy racery. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't want to be on a car park getting drifted around and bloody horns beeping. So, this one I'm looking at now here, Fish Toft, and it's the Ball House. It's a rustic pub, parking available in the car park for a fee, refunded if you buy food, very dog friendly, nice food, very nice and welcoming owners. Road is busy and noisy during rush hour, but quiet at other times. We stayed on a Friday night. It's a Friday night. That's it. So there's no other pub stops. They're all lay-bys. I don't particularly want a lay-by. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get this up. This is called, what's this called? The Ball House. So I'm going to ring the Ball House. Let me see if I can find them on the maps first. Bear with me. And see if they've got availability. The Ball House. And it's on Wainfleet Road, is that correct? Yes, it is. And we're going to give these a call and just see if they're doing stopovers for motorhomes, campervans. And we'll go from there. Hello, good afternoon. Just wondering if you do motorhome or campervan stopovers. I've seen it on the Park for Night app.
Yes.
You do, yes. Yeah. Am I okay to come down? It'll be about 15 minutes. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Let me just get your registration.
Lovely, thank you.
What's your name?
So it's Callum Stones.
Yeah.
And my registration is Lima 69.
Yeah.
Papa Victor Foxtrot.
Okay, it's £10 a night. If you eat with us, then it's down to £5, not £5 off that.
Okie dokie, no worries. Thank you, appreciate that.
Mate.
Alright, see you soon. Thank you. Bye. How bloody friendly. I'm having such... I know I've probably mentioned this a couple of times, but I'm having... Like, this area so far, I've got no problems with it. Like, I've not had... Obviously, I'm saying I don't want to stay in a car park, but that's justifiable. I wouldn't stay in a car park where I live, like... in certain areas. It's just, I've turned up, I've been to a nature reserve, everyone in there was so friendly, everyone wanted to talk to me, And then I've obviously rang that pub, friendly, yeah, it's £10, if you eat it's £5. I've just had, so far I've been here since, 1, 2 o'clock, and you know what, it's going very well at the moment. So plan now is to head to that pub. I've got a little bit more editing to do on my side because we're behind a little bit. And yeah, we're going to see what this pub's saying. Plan tomorrow, hear me out. So obviously we are in the Boston area. So I was thinking, why don't I go up to Skegness? I've never been to Skegness. I've heard a lot of things about Skegness. I've had people say, yeah, it's alright, not very nice. Yeah, it's okay. So I know I'm quite far from it, and I said I was going to stay on a budget, but it's going to take me how long to get to Skegness if I go... It's 48 minutes from where I am. So I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do Skegness. So my plan going forward... Video for Sunday, what you're seeing now, will be Boston. Skegness will be the following week. I want to be ahead on my videos. So I'm going to do... I wonder what they were doing then. I'm going to do Skegness tomorrow, I think, into Sunday. Got to find a campsite, do a review of Skeggy, and see what it's saying. Right, I'm going to have a drink, do a little bit more editing, then I'm going to head to this pub stop, which is going to be interesting. So I'll see you very soon. Right guys, and welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a couple of hours. Ended up going in the pub, had 2 ciders, and then I had some dinner. Had a burger, had some chips, paid the £5 for the parking, and this is my spot for the night. So we've got a little field. I'm going to open the net so you can actually see what's going on. Hold on. Let me just get one attached. So we've got field here. There's a motorhome there, and I don't know if you can see up there, but that's the pub behind. So there's a little road coming in, but that obviously goes at the back of the pub. And then there's a little track here, but it's not too bad. Very, very quiet. The pub is relatively busy, but the actual car park itself is quite quiet. The pub is in a weird location. It's sort of... I'll put the what freeways on the screen for you here. But the pub is sort of off like a single carriageway. So... yeah, you don't really expect it, but I'll leave all the details in the link of this video so you know which pub this was that I stayed at. But if you don't eat food, it's £10 a night. If you... What's going on with my hair? If you eat food at the pub, you get it's £5 for parking. Not too bad. Food-wise, menu is decent. Food's very good. Price, I would say it's average price. So now I'm just chilling for the evening. It's still quite warm in this van, to be honest. I've got the fan going up in this corner. I don't know if you can see. Got a little fan on the side, just trying to get some air in this van. And I'm just going to really just chill out. I'm going to put the camera down for tonight. And obviously I'll pick it up again in the morning. But I hope you've all enjoyed the day that I've had. And you've obviously followed along and watched me. We've managed to get the RSPB done. And then we managed to do that woodland walk, which is quite good. And then obviously the pub stop now. So I'll pick the camera up in the morning. I'm going to just chill out now, watch some telly. Hopefully try and get an early-ish night. And then I'll see you all in the morning. So good night. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a great sleep. I did. I needed that sleep, to be fair. Had a bit of food last night. I do apologise, it was a very quick, short video last night, and obviously I just went, yeah, I'm putting the camera up. I was just very tired, and it was warm and stuff, so yeah, had a decent sleep. The time now is about 10 o'clock. Just brushed my teeth, washed my face, used some body wipes to freshen up, sorted my hair out, made a cup of tea, and got the door open, and this is my view this morning, so it's not too bad. Let the camera focus a minute. There we go. So yeah, I hope everyone is okay. I hope everyone's having a good weekend, whoever's watching this. You'll obviously be seeing this on the Sunday. So we are in the pub car park. What 3 words are on the screen for you here? And what was the car park? What was the pub called? Let me go and have a look and see what this pub's called, because I can't actually remember. It was called the Ball House. So if anybody is in a camper van in this area, which is towards like Boston way, and you do want a pub stop, You have to buy food or a drink, and it costs you £5 to stay the night, which isn't too bad. I do stay on a few other pub stops. I have stayed on a few other pub stops, and some of them have been you buy food, it's free. But for this one, you have to pay a £5 as well, which is okay. But if you're buying food and you're eating at the place, surely they would just give you for free. Anyway, so yeah, food's really, really good. Loads of variety of drinks if you like your old ales and stuff and all that malarkey. Quite busy. Woke me up this morning because they've got a bouncy castle going up and they've got music blaring, and I think they've got some sort of kids party going on, so I'll be moving off very shortly because it'll be mayhem soon, I guess. And apart from that, that is it for the morning. I'm going to drink my cup of tea, which I have here, and yeah, we're going to head to Skegness today. This Skegness video will be a separate video, so I do apologise, but you're going to have to wait until the following weekend to see that video. The only reason so is because I want to be ahead on the videos. So I want to be, at least when I go away for all the weekend, the video for the last weekend will be going out on that weekend, and then I'm ahead then, so I'm going to keep rushing on the videos. So what you'll see now is obviously Sunday. Yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone who has... Oh, can't talk. I just want to say thank you to everyone who is watching these videos, and yeah, we're nearly on 300 subs now, so if we can hit that 300 subs, that'd be fantastic. And don't forget to like the video and put a comment in there and just let me know what you think. I feel like this one was a little bit more talky, this video, so yeah, let me know, and I'll catch you all next week. I hope everyone has a great week, and I'll see you soon.